Hello, everybody. Welcome to another Toonkind 12 FPS. This one titled The Guilty and the Grieving. My name is Blaze, and I am joined by two very wonderful, talented, and creative friends of mine. You could introduce yourselves, please.
Hello. My name is Fable. Today I will be playing Ansel King, and I am very scared.
Hi, I'm Uni. I'm playing Xanadu, and I'm here for moral support.
Yay! Somebody needs it, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
how is Ansel doing? Because I think we will start over in Little Corner. Because last we saw he'd had a. To recap a little bit, Ansel had had a conversation with one young heraldic lion tune by the name of Johann, who let it be known that a certain archfey is still alive. And of course, he has shared this information with, you know, a very good friend, someone he cares for very, very much. But some time has passed since all of that, and how's Ansel been holding up?
It it is a miracle that Ansel has gotten any sleep since the visit from young Mr. Klarstein. That miracle goes by the name of Xanadu. Uh yeah, he has oh man, it's been trying to just keep a level head while patiently waiting, trying not to
Mhm.
kind of fall down that slope of 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 panicking, of catastrophizing what could
Yeah.
very well be coming, while
Mhm.
also trying
Mhm.
to still be prepared for a very possible worst case scenario,
Mhm. Mhm.
because this is quite literally his past come to bear, come to he that he will have to pay for, and he needs to make sure that no one else pays it for him.
Mhm. Mhm. Oh. And how's Zan doing?
I mean, it's complicated. He is, he has known from the start that Ansel has a extremely complicated backstory kind of situation going on, and the crimes of the antlered king have largely remained shameful past that he can try to make up for with actions of the present. And this is something a little more direct, a little more intense. Um, but he he maintains that, whatever it is that Ansel needs to do next, and Ansel does need to do something next, definitely. But whatever
Yeah.
whatever ends up happening, it's just all that Zan can do is just like be there to support him, because yeah, what else can he possibly do in this situation? Um,
Yeah. Mhm.
yeah, a lot of
Mhm.
comfort, a lot of support.
Making sure you get some sleep, remembering to eat and everything.
Zan gets many hugs and kisses for his troubles.
Mhm.
Yeah, Ansel gets many hugs and kisses for his struggles.
Oh. And so I just love these Gale, man. I hold them so soft. Little support system. Play.
Ansel does not
Doing
deserve
their
this
best.
man.
Oh.
He's giving it a good shot though.
Mm-hmm. And he's not the one who gets to decide it anyway. That's sad.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. And over on the other side of things, which I will only describe in part for now, somebody else is trying to prepare in much the same manner because this is somebody they thought had died a long time ago. Somebody they thought the world was free from. And they are very much still alive. And while they were indeed told that that the one they believe to be the antlered king is indeed the antlered king, but is also seemingly changed since the Raven Lord last saw them. Yet it's a little hard to believe that. Because how do you know someone for all those years and hold that image of them in your mind and then change it just after one interaction that you didn't even have yourself? And so somebody else, somewhat catastrophizing on his own because he does not he not to say he doesn't have a support system, but he does not have his Xanadu to help comfort him and stop him from catastrophizing. And so he's been preparing and trying to think of when and simply deciding that it needs to be done. He can't keep putting it off. And so he does indeed write a letter, one that looks burned into the paper, smelling of mold and mildew. And the paper itself almost just decomposes in his hand, not even intentionally, before he finishes writing it. And then he realizes he now needs to send this. And he does not want to send any of the birds, even a non-corvid, to the Antlered King.
I will remind that Ansel did provide Johann a specific loyal paper airplane to give to the
Okay.
Raven Lord that would go directly to Ansel.
Okay. I was thinking other, but that definitely works too. Well, no, actually though. Okay, yeah, he. Hmm. Ty, let me just. Okay, I think what he does though. Okay, I think he does write on it, but rather than sending it off, because for several reasons, he's going to think a moment, think of the ways of delivering it and everything, how to get there, knowing he could just, send the paper on its own. And then he kind of stops. The camera pans, and you see just like, when the camera pans and you see someone behind a person and they've been there the whole time and you just didn't realize it because the camera wouldn't pan a specific way.
Mm-hmm.
If you'll allow it, behind him, there is just this eagerly smiling, waiting patiently little guy, ready to help and deliver a letter. He's just right there. He's been there the whole
I gotta
time.
say, man, you are like the air of Draw. I could smell you from 2 floors down.
Damn. I need a shower, I guess.
No, that's Guy talking.
Sorry, say again then, because I misunderstood. My bad.
Guy just straight up, man, you are like the air of drama. I could smell you 2 floors down. What are you doing? Oh. Oh. I'm so interrupting a moment. I'm gonna. Yeah. Guy slowly starts. Should I
For a
go?
moment.
Okay.
You state that you are friends with this antlered king.
Not the antlered one, but the Ansel one, yeah.
This is to go to him.
Wait, are you trusting me with this? You sure? I mean, you sure? I mean, I'll get it to him, but like,
No, I am not sure, but my options are severely limited.
fair, totally fair. I will.
You have an uncanny way of staying alive, and if nothing else, he at least sees you as valuable enough to spare your life. Ergo, you can be in his presence and live and return to tell the tale.
I am very cute. It is a shame when people try and kill me. This is true. Okay, yeah, cool. I got it. You got it. I will get that to him. Guy's gotta give Ravenlord a hug.
He is absolutely there's immediate he's bonked on the head with the walking stick.
Ah! Okay, cool. Yep, no hugs. Got it. Cool. I'll just let her.
Good. And he says nothing more as Guy leaves.
Guy pokes his head in there. By the way, this is so a favor, and I am gonna collect on it later. Bye. Goes.
He absolutely does that, and
yeah, Guy is gonna immediately doesn't stop. Doesn't whoever he runs past doesn't matter. He is full on dashing past. He's like, nope, stop, gotta go, too busy. Go. He is gone. He is not a tune. But if he were, there would be a smoke trail.
Yep. He's
Distinctly
just
Guy shape.
Yep, full on, full speed. I'm guessing one teleportation circle in and out over the little corner. And well, I mean, Guy knows the way.
He knows the way, and he gets there, and
Uni?
hold on, Uni's connection may have dropped. Going to quickly
So rude
pause.
of you, Discord. Yes.
And we are back.
We're back. Little hiccup. No worries.
Tiny hiccup. Where'd we leave off? That's right. So I had a thought.
Letter.
Instead of Guy immediately running into Ansel, what if he runs into Zan?
He could.
He certainly could.
And be like, and basically just be like, hey, I'm kind of too happy from being trusted with this, which is probably not the attitude to come in when delivering this particular letter. But hey, he's your boyfriend. Here you go. Gives it to Zan. Runs before he could be stopped. And then runs.
Zan just standing there like, oh. I feel like more needs to happen here. Oh, okay.
You got this, love you. Bye.
Not even an opportunity to check in and catch up, huh? Okay.
Nope.
Well, Zan has an extremely bad feeling about this, but He's not going to read his boyfriend's mail.
Mm-hmm.
So he will deliver it to the BF.
Mm-hmm. And what's Ansel doing right now?
The BF has been forced by multiple people, his secretary plus his friends plus Zan, to
Mm-hmm.
take breaks. So he is currently probably back in Ruindal, just having some tea, trying to relax, kind of relaxing, but kind of not. The tea helps,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
but
Jenka passing.
Jenka threatened to throw him physically.
Yeah.
So
Mm-hmm.
that was
I
a
was actually
battle.
gonna say, yeah, Jacob passes every now and again, gives the eye finger thing to Ansel, like, I'm watching you. You better be relaxing over there.
More or less. This is a battle he can't. This is a fight he knows he cannot win, so he's kind of just
Mm-hmm.
resigned to
Mm-hmm.
to saga cookies and tea
Yeah.
and a book.
Mm-hmm.
Not the worst thing.
And a book. Yeah.
What a horrible thing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah. Arrives to Oh, what is a fairly peaceful scene. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and he does not want to interrupt it, but he thinks he needs to.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Mm-hmm.
he's going to very quietly approach his boyfriend and go, dear, I believe we need to go somewhere a little more private.
Hmm?
And the attitude is immediately clear. This is not a sexy thing.
You see Ansel at the first half of your sentence. His ears have like picked up, but then the tone but then he registers the tone, and then his ears kind of calm back down as he looks over to you and sees your
Yeah.
expression, goes, oh, and just his own expression goes, oh, this is serious time, oh dear. Probably notices the letter in your hands,
Mm-hmm.
and
Mm-hmm.
you just see his ears fall farther down, and he just goes, oh. And he
Yes.
pretty much drops everything to go inside with you.
Mm-hmm. I yeah, they go inside and says a mutually known acquaintance dropped this off for you, and I haven't looked, but I I think it's what we've been anticipating.
Ansel doesn't say anything. He hasn't taken. He. I don't. It's not until you are both in his office, doors have been shut and locked, uh, and he has thoroughly checked certain spots for any certain tinies or hiding children.
Mm-hmm.
Even the cauldron kind of notices and is kind of shifts back and forth in its fire pit. But once Ansel is satisfied that it is just them, he will finally go to Zan and hold out and take the letter.
Yeah. Sam holds it to him, and yeah, just takes Ansel's free hand while he reads it.
Ansel's gonna do an Arcana check on it first before he reads it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's fair. That's very fair.
And
Yep.
that Arcana check is 15.
15? Okay.
Is this thing cursed?
Um, uh, not really. There is some like magic traces on it, but it seems to be more just by being in proximity. Kind
Yeah.
of in the way that, if you have something close to Cauldron, there's going to be a little bit of magic overflow and,
Yeah, the residual.
yeah, the residual.
Right.
Very much some, and you can tell that despite this being, the magical piece of paper, well, you definitely sense the magic that, because, this is the loyal paper airplane that Johann was given. And despite this fact, it was sent on foot, seemingly. Obviously, you don't know why just yet. Or I'm sure Ansel could think of reasons, but.
He can think of reasons. He is, takes a breath, squeeze Zan's hands, and holds it as his anchor as he reads the letter.
Okay, you open up the letter and there's this just the faint smell of like mold and mildew as you notice the paper has seemingly started to age and decay a lot faster than it should have, especially considering, it's a magic item. Um, but on its surface, words have seemed a little bit. Let me just try that again. Words seem to still have been burned upon its surface without igniting the paper as a whole. And it starts with Antlered King, come stand before me. And at the bottom, there is a feather marked into the paper. And that is all it says.
Ansel looks it over twice, 3 times, a fourth. Before he sighs and solemnly nods his head. And looks to Zan. Well, we... suppose it's time then.
Suppose so.
I will.
Now here's the. Sorry, go ahead, Fable.
No, you go ahead.
Well, there's no directions or instructions. The reason it was given to Guy was so Guy could be, damn.
I hate these neighbors' dogs. Hold on, let me go close my window.
Okay.
They bark at every single thing. Worse than my dog, and he barks at everything.
Yeah, I was just like, damn. I know that's not Bosco.
No, it's neighbor dogs.
Yeah.
That nothing can pass by without them barking.
Damn.
Alright. There we go.
Yeah. But yeah, Guy was kind of supposed to act as a guide, as there has been given no location or address or means of directions. Which is why the airplane wasn't sent as such, because there would be no known way to know where to go.
No. But... Ansel does not have anything of his in his spells that could help find it. I'm not sure if Zan has something, but for sake of story, Blaze, if you're willing to allow it, we do have a very magical cauldron that's in the room with them.
That's true.
Yeah, that is an
Yeah.
option. I think.
Could be just
Yeah, I
a.
think like. Yeah.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah. At most, like Zan could do like a scrying or something like that to locate, but also there is a magic cauldron.
Actually, the scry. How about this? How about scrying plus the cauldron to help amplify it with the letter that is an item from the Raven Lord himself to help connect, to help make that connection.
Yeah, with yeah, that would work.
Yeah. What would you roll for that?
I would think
Um,
some kind of arcana. You don't roll for
well,
scry. It's usually the person being
Yeah.
scryed on.
yeah, scrying is a wisdom save of the person that you uh of the person you're scrying upon.
Well, I mean, I could definitely do that.
Yeah.
Ah.
The cauldron maybe.
Oh.
I'm trying to think if the cauldron could like. No, go ahead. Go ahead. Let's go with the scry
Okay.
scrying function.
All right.
Um,
Maybe since the cauldron is aiding in this, it is giving the scrying advantage.
Okay.
or rather disadvantage on the one being scryed upon.
Right.
Yeah. Mm. Okay. Well, let's just.
Roll for it.
What's a 7?
That does not do it.
Just because. 14. It was still going with the lowest, but yeah.
Yeah. Neither way would it have saved.
Nah.
Zan's a powerful magic man.
Um, he is big strong magic boy. Um,
Speaking of Bosco.
What? He's just excited.
I know.
Now, does the person who's being scryed on know they're being scryed on?
They do not. Unless they've got some sort of thing that allows them to, like, if they've got a true seeing or some sort of magical effect, it can be seen that they can't see who is looking at them, but they can see sort of the magical effect of something looking at them. And I do not know the scope of
Yeah.
his
That's
power
fair.
if he has that.
Yeah. That's fair. Well, actually, Zan, give me a history roll.
History.
Mm-hmm.
It's a dirty 20.
A dirty 20. Hell yeah. You recognize the landscape immediately. Because it seems you have indeed been here before.
Mm,
And you remember that you have very much not only been to this place, but briefly, potentially even conversed You're not entirely certain of this part, but Ansel was very concerned about your name upon your return.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, that was a whole thing, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Asking Zan if
Uh,
he remembered his name, his own name.
mhm. Well, yeah, this is you know, a lot of things sort of clicking into place, as it were.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think I know where we need to go.
Ansel looks at Zan and just squeezes his hand again. I will.
Squeezes back.
Time to get ready then. I I truly do not know what's going to happen when we get there. To me or to you.
We'll figure it out when we get there.
I suppose we will. All right. All right. All right. I will go get my things and if there is anything you need to get.
I'll be ready as soon as you are.
All right. Ansel will start to walk away to start getting ready. Pauses and quickly turns back, goes over to Zan, gives him a kiss for courage, and then
Oh.
just so many other emotions that he can't quite put into words.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He is very scared, and he loves this man very much.
Mm-hmm.
And then he goes and gets ready. And
Mm-hmm.
he doesn't get much. I think this is the most dressed down he has been for such a meeting. He
Mm-hmm.
there was a little time beforehand during the waiting period where he did was a bit frantic over what he should even wear, but it eventually became a thing of he is not a king anymore. It
Mm.
wouldn't matter what he wore to this. So the best he
Mm-hmm.
could do is just dress as Ansel. And that is just going to be a his what's become his usual uh off the shoulder uh black sweater with his dark purple skirt that ends in a gradient of blue and stars to match Zan's jacket.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else goes within his hammer space, and he is ready to go.
Mm-hmm. What about Zan?
Um, yes, and he has basically, you know, he's got his his wand and his robe of stars, and he spends a little bit of time worrying that he isn't bringing enough, that he can't possibly know what he needs to bring, that he is going to missed something that he could have done to help, but at the end of the day, it's yeah, he's here for Ansel, and yeah, he's ready. He's ready as he can be.
Mm-hmm.
Ansel will leave a letter behind for uh, uh, for Saga, Duster, and Ruby, especially, to let them know where he is
Mm-hmm.
going. He does not know how long he is going to be,
Mm-hmm.
but he probably, ass- assuming the worst, he leaves in some kind of instructions for them on what to do next should the worst come to pass.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
He also does the same with Jenka, Carter, and Gartho, just so
Mm-hmm.
things can run while he's not there.
Mm-hmm. Does Jenka try to come along, or?
No, because she knows that this is his. She out of the very few friends he has actually knows of the Antlered King, knows those stories,
Mm-hmm.
how that war had directly affected her own family. So she is more than aware that this is something that he has to do.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
She'll be ready to be that friend and support when she is needed, but
Got it.
right now this is him.
Mm-hmm.
Though she does
Mm-hmm.
give Zan a light punch in the arm for good luck.
Uh, all right.
Old men holding hands through the
Old men
teleportation.
holding hands very tight.
Yup, through the
Mm-hmm.
teleportation circle.
Mm-hmm. And so what is Little Corner like at the moment? I know it's like by the seaside. It's, I'm guessing, going into warmer weather, kind of held off a little bit by the ocean breeze and whatnot.
Yeah, ocean breeze
Cause
always keeps it pretty cool, but uh yeah, with the warmer season coming in, it's becoming
mhm,
kind of that prime it's that prime trading and fishing season, I think. So
mhm,
he's leaving it pretty busy.
mhm, mhm. So yeah, you step into the teleportation circle. Little Corner kind of vanishes around you, and a different town takes its place. And probably the first thing you notice is that it's colder. It's not the cool breeze that comes from across the ocean. It's it doesn't feel like spring going into summer because the seasons always have a different feel to them. You have you spring warmth incoming, rolling into summer, hotter still. And then when the heat leaves and you start towards fall, and that is what you feel here. You feel as if you've stepped into a completely different season and not even just fall, but almost as if it's at the edge of winter. The
Ansel
air is cold and ooh, go ahead.
Ansel shares a uneasy look with Zan, but continues holding his hand and takes a breath to keep walking forward.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And if you want to roll insight or perception,
It's the same modifier, but I think I'll do insight. That is a 22.
okay. And
It's
for
higher than
Xanadu,
mine. Got a 16 perception.
16? Fair enough. It's still pretty good. With the 16 though, it still very much seems, you know, it's a town. You are two new people. You get a few cursory glances, the same kind when, somebody opens a door and enters a room, people are just like, "Huh? Oh, okay." Um Ansel, you notice some of them lingering on you and people looking confused and kind of like quickly either hurrying away or like ushering others away. You see, also notice that strangely enough, there you hear the chatter of people, you hear, like animals, things like that. You don't hear any birds. You maybe glimpse a few briefly, but very quickly they fly off.
That's understandable. He keeps walking.
Okay.
He's not too surprised at what he is at how it's currently looking, but
Mm-hmm.
the town is not his. This is not his destination, so he keeps walking.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And a little bit as you walk on, you notice one of the guards kind of trotting over to you, but as he seems to get closer, he kind of tenses up, hand on weapon. He doesn't draw it, but he seems to be a little at the ready, as it were.
Is he still moving to intercept them?
Yes.
Ansel will keep walking
And
until the guard is within respectable,
okay.
I guess, talking distance before he'll actually slow down. And
Yeah, that's fair. Mm-hmm. Uh, excuse me, sirs. Uh,
good day.
individuals. Ah, yes. Hello. Might I inquire what it is you have come to this town for?
You're here on
We
invitation.
have been summoned by
Ansel looks over
He
at Zan.
glances.
Who wants
Guy
to?
looking between the two of you.
Who, Ansel gives Zan a questioning look of, "Do you want to, or do you want me to?" Like he's okay with either.
mm, um the lord of the town is, I believe, expecting us.
The lord of the town? That's a little I apologies. I will not keep you. And he kind of, rather than turning and returning, going back to his post, he kind of backs away, watching you both.
That's fair.
Hmm. Hmm. Ansel will flick of an ear, but he'll allow himself to give the man a polite bow of his head before continuing on. Looks over at Zan and to anyone else, it is a cold, blank expression that breathes nothing. To you, Zan, it's very much a yeah. I was yeah. This is going about how I expected. How are you doing?
Uh,
Kind of expression.
uh, Zan has honestly, he is shut down a lot of his feelings because if he doesn't, he's gonna have a panic attack. Um,
Oh.
but he is, yeah, he is keeping his expression very, very, you know, trained blank, but his hand is very sweaty in Ansel's.
As they're walking, Ansel's gonna very gently kind of walk closer, gently bump his shoulder to Zan's.
Oh.
If if you need a moment.
You're very sweet. This is not about me.
Ansel will, once they're well enough away between the estate and the town, Ansel will still slow to his stop and just hold Zan's hand. If you need a moment.
No amount of taking our time and deep breaths is going to make this easier.
No, but
Just
this is as much about you as it is me. 'Cause whatever happens,
I am here for you, and that is all. That is all I can be right now. Whatever happens, please don't make whatever choices you need to make for my sake. Understood?
Ansel gives a slight nod. Still takes a breath. When this is over, I fully intend to spoil you rotten.
Very well. I will hold you to that after this is over.
After this is over. Gently bumps his shoulder to yours again, and will still take a moment for you before walking.
So you continue forward, and eventually you do reach the gates of this place. And Ansel, this is your first time seeing it. And you know these spectacular, grand, really, really elaborate gates. And at first you just stand there, and then there's almost a pained creak. And despite them opening before, without any noise, this time there's just, they sound as if they haven't been opened in years, basically. The way the metal seems to grind and squeal on itself, as if forcing themselves open, just enough for you two to fit in without, having to squeeze yourselves.
Onward. Onward they go.
Mm-hmm. And there's the guard.
Just to make it very clear, Ansel at no point is letting go of Zan's hand.
Oh
yeah.
yeah.
They're just like constantly just like
At the hip.
Yeah, absolute
Oh
grip.
yeah. Forget magnets. These two are super glued now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Anyone heard of concrete glue? Yeah.
Oh yeah. Absolutely. Yeah.
Do not separate.
Yeah. Do not separate, especially not right now.
Yep.
And yeah, you walk through the gardens, which are still immaculate. You pass by a few fountains, Zan, where you saw birds playing in the water before. Now there are still none, and everything is just weirdly quiet until you reach the doors of the estate and this fairly new looking castle, which you gather to be at least less than 30 years old, which is just even at a cursory glance. And
Ansel's the one who pauses a moment to take in how weird that is.
yeah, it's very new, very elaborate and ornate. And you are standing before the giant double doors.
Well, here we are, I suppose. I don't think I have seen quite a place look.
It is.
Oh, Fable, you cut out a little bit. Say again.
It. No, that's a distracting thought. I will save it for later. For now. Where's the. Knocker. Knocks on the door.
Okay. Yeah, you knock on the door. It is quiet a moment, a brief pause before the doors open inward, and you see this, well, not tall for Ansel, at least, but very tall woman standing there, hands clasped properly together in front of herself. And she just looks at you, Ansel.
Good day.
Good day. I take it you have finally come?
Ansel nods.
And who is with you?
Ansel looks between her and Zan, and this is. I was not informed. I was not informed that I could not bring anyone with me.
She gives a nod of her head.
I hope that is. I hope that is of no inconvenience to you.
Whether it is of inconvenience to me is not relevant. Will he be joining you?
Yes.
She gives another nod of her head. Well then, if you would both follow me.
Ansel will follow.
Okay. And very much assuming Zan is also following.
No, he stands in the. Yes, yeah, he's going.
I like to include you. And there it goes. Or if he wants to pause in the doorway or say anything.
Oh. he is thinking about, boy, he'd much rather be uh visiting here for the cool library,
Mm-hmm.
if only.
Mm-hmm.
If only.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like, man, I can't show my boyfriend all the cool books here. This sucks.
Maybe if we don't
What's the
die.
point?
Maybe if we don't
Yeah,
die, you can
yes,
show him
we'll
later.
die. Yeah.
That is he's just like, yeah, when this is all over, I'm going to show my boyfriend all of the really cool books that they have here because we'll
Mm-hmm.
all be friends afterwards.
Yep,
Yeah, yeah.
exactly.
We'll all be friends afterward. We'll all be friends.
We'll all be friends. And he owes me, so I get to nerd about books. And it'll be great.
Yep.
It'll be so good.
It'll be great. It'll be fantastic.
Great. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So Flora the woman leads you into the estate and just basically seems to take you straight on through
Perception check.
to the. Okay,
Ansel hasn't been here before.
this is true.
That is a 15.
15. Okay. This is a very elaborate castle. Like this is like you're Ansel. You've seen castles, like not even just your own.
Mhm.
Like you went on an entire fucking crusade.
Oh no, yeah. He has seen I like to think he has seen them all in terms of castles.
Yeah, yeah. This one is so fucking elaborate. Like he may have seen like something along the lines or whatnot, but like there is marble, there is colored marble, there is forget. I mean, you can probably assume for obvious reasons there is no silver, bronze, or anything, but there is gold inlaid. There is like instead of substituting for lesser metals, everything is just more, and it is just lavish, extravagant to the point of unnecessary. You're pretty certain.
Oh, very unnecessary. But that's not the first time.
Mm-hmm.
That's most castles' decorations are
Yeah.
unnecessary. Ansel has learned.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, and this is in spades. And you notice where's the staff? Where's the anybody? You kind of get the feeling like you three are the only ones in this entire huge ass building right now.
Ansel's gonna assume that is because he is here and they have prepared for the Antlered King. And if he had prepared for the Antlered King, he would also completely have the building clear of staff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, as being said in chat, two little nobodies have the day off and are doing things that have absolutely nothing to do with the estate. Because, yeah, certain people aren't allowed in proximity to the estate right now.
Mhm.
As they're walking, and Ansel's kind of taking in the decor, as it were, he
Mm-hmm.
looks to the woman that's leading them, and he will. I would not care to waste your time with small talk, given the circumstances of my visit, but would it be uncalled for to know your name?
She does not break a stride, but you can see her tilting her head a little bit towards you in thought and pausing a moment to consider it. You may know me as Flora.
Flora, you may know me as Ansel.
I've been made aware of your title.
Title that has gone unused, and I would rather it remain so. best for it to remain so.
See, Flora, where's your insight? Oh, of course, DMV just fucking logs me out right when I need it not to.
Technology.
Yep. I mean, I was logged in enough to get to the page, and then I click on a character sheet, and it's like, hey, do you want to log in? And I'm like, the fuck? Okay. That's not for Sippy. I need insight. Flora, where's your... Oh, right. That's your insight. I remember.
Do I need to roll anything?
I mean...
I mean, I'm not rolling deception or anything. He is...
Yeah. That's what I was going to say.
You're just getting honesty out of this guy. Honesty and respect. This is not his home. He is well aware. He is well aware of who he is and was, and is well aware of the effect that likely has on other people.
Flora does consider this a moment and then says, you speak with honesty.
I try to make it a habit to do so.
I was warned of this.
I imagine so. I imagine you were warned of many things, and rightfully so.
Well, I believe what happens next is up to you both. And she opens the door to the back gardens and gives a low bow, motioning you through with her hand. Continue straight on. He is between the fountains. You will see him there.
Thank you, Flora. And he will give a bow in return. Before he rises up and, still holding Zan's hand, if Zan doesn't want to say anything, we'll go inside.
Zan, he gives her just the tightest, the most strained of smiles. He's trying. His usual charm is not available to him at this moment.
I pet him so gently. He doing him best.
He really is.
Oh. So yeah, you two continue into the gardens, and the door is gently shut behind you. And much like the front yard, it is lavish. There are all kinds of plants, trees, and so many water fountains. But thankfully, there is a clear enough path, and at this point, you notice it feeling almost a little bit colder. And not only that, but all of the trees within this garden, their leaves seem to be changing color as if it was indeed a different season.
Perception check. 18.
18?
Yep.
Yeah. It's... I mean, this is definitely the place you scryed. There is, again, a lot of water features, even still ponds and the like, and I don't know if you would find it strange or just interesting, but among it all, again, further into the garden, you see a very tall individual. They seem to look human, dressed in a ragged cloak with the hood pulled up, their face mostly covered. They seem very tall, but at the same time, it feels like they tried to stuff something into something far too small for them to fit. And they look almost like a skeleton with skin stretched over it and clothes adorned atop that. As if an errant wind might blow them away. And they simply stand, as unmoving as a statue, waiting.
Ansel will look at this being who he knows. He knows who this is, and it knowing does not make it easier seeing. But he looks to Zan, squeezes his hand one last time before he knows what he has to do, hates that he has to do it. And Zan can see this in his expression as he finally starts to loosen his hold.
Zan does not let go immediately. He holds on for a second longer than Ansel does before letting him go. And he can't break himself. He can't bring himself to break the silence of this moment. It is a deeply profound silence, but his eyes are saying everything, namely, please be safe.
Ansel, his eyes meet yours. He gives a nod. He sees all of it, and he will do everything he can. And he turns back towards the Raven Lord, takes a step forward, hands politely folded in front of him, as he fully regards the Fae and simply says, "Hail and well met, Raven Lord. It has been some time."
Clearly not long enough. I thought you gone from this world, you know.
I had thought the same of you, or at the very least had left these lands.
For a time, I had. Yet it seems fate has pulled me back here.
As fate has much done the same to me.
I see. And what is it exactly that kept you here, out of sight of everybody?
The cauldron.
And that, the cauldron. I take it you used it to save yourself, army and all be damned, despite all of that which you strove to gain under your control.
No, I failed. In my attempts to control the cauldron, I was thwarted. And thusly trapped within the cauldron for many years. I know not where it went or what it did in that time, but it seemed able to avoid much of history. Until a few years ago, it decided to free me, as it were.
Certainly a convenience for you to even know what transpired, what you missed the entire time you were trapped, as it were.
I am more than willing to share all of the details with you, but before that, there is something I must say first. If you would allow it.
I would not.
Not even if it were a promise to you.
I know well your promises and your ability to keep them.
Then you know I mean you mean it. You know that I mean it when I say that I promise thrice to do no harm to you or yours. That is not to say I will not defend myself and mine.
And what defense do you believe you deserve?
Myself, none. But those that have chosen to associate themselves with me.
Much like many who came before, I assume. To be used and discarded as you see fit, all the while keeping to your promises in some way or another.
Ansel thinks on that a moment. Then he sighs. I think we both know that it would take an eternity before I could convince you otherwise. So, if to save us both the agony of it. Ansel turns his attention to the Raven Lord's chest. I think you have had that long enough.
You think I trust you in its removal?
Trust or not, I am the only one who can.
No, for you and I are both aware of the circumstances of which it takes to end the curse on its own. And I have closed it just fine without your assistance.
And how many times has it reopened?
It does not matter.
According to a mutual friend of ours, it very much does.
You expect me to believe you care about such things.
I do. I did not before, but I do now.
We were not but tools for you to use. Do not think I will indebted myself to you over this.
Then be glad to know that I do so freely.
To ease your own conscience.
Hardly. For the simple fact that you have paid enough. And I owe you all the same.
You who do your best to not owe anyone anything. If you think you owe me, then you will give what I ask instead.
And what is it that you ask?
The memories of the Antlered King.
To do what with?
That is not your concern.
Am I to be fully giving you these memories, or is this to share?
Fully given. Completely forgotten.
Ansel thinks on this. There is much that could happen for the Antlered King to be fully forgotten.
I am aware. You, however, would lose that piece of yourself. That long stretch of history. Everything that came before being within the cauldron.
Were it just myself, I might not have issue. But alas, there are others that the Antlered King, whose lives he has touched. It is their memory I would not wish to meddle with.
To see you truthfully care about these things is a sight, to be sure. Why is it you get to remember?
There are lives that the Antlered King has touched. Many, many for the worse. But then there are others, by some miracle, if you'll allow the term. By some miracle he has touched for the better. And in return they have touched his.
And do you believe you deserve this?
No. No, I don't. The Antlered King, certainly not. And the part of him that is still me, no. But the part of me that is now Ansel would not be, were it not for how those lives touched the Antlered King.
And he seems to look at you, and you almost wonder if that's the point. And what if not that then? For you to forget, and others to know exactly what it is you have done.
I see. No. That is a price I am not able to pay you. Not for myself. But for them, I cannot pay that.
For you to choose somebody else.
It is strange, isn't it?
Unexpected at the very least.
I would argue almost quite alien. It is how I felt when it started. See Ansel's face change before he comes to a decision in his mind, and he moves. Slowly kneels down to the ground. And I'm not even going to roll hammer space, as he slowly and assuringly that this is not some trick or the like, will reach behind him into his hammer space. He'll pull out two things. One is another small gold potion that the Raven Lord will be familiar with. The other is another item that he will be familiar with, and that is the black horned staff of the Antlered King. And he sets both upon the ground in front of him. And then he bows, hands and head touching the floor. He bows to the Raven Lord. There is no amount of apology, any price I can pay that will ever undo the wrongs that I have done. But an apology is due nonetheless. To you, Raven Lord, these freely given, along with my apologies for the part I played in the death of your family. I am sorry.
The part you played.
Yes.
You claim it was not your fault. You. It is not fault but my own. It's yours.
That is what I allowed you to believe. But I had known. I had known what the battle would be that day. And I did nothing.
I think the grass at his feet starts to turn, and a very sharp, cold wind rolls across the area, and the leaves on the trees turn even further and start to fall from the trees. You.
Ansel remains where he is. He does not move, and he says no more.
The ground begins to split open as the roots of the trees begin to extend and wrap their way through the ground towards him. You think you can just admit to these things to say after all this time that I alone was not to blame? I made my choices. I was not absolved of things that occurred, but you knew.
I did.
He strides over and he kneels down as well, but he reaches forward and he grips the Antler King's hair. And Ansel, in an instant, you feel and see exploding into your mind. You feel the panic and adrenaline coursing through you. You feel one by one as people, family you know, begin to die. And soon you can see them as you fly as fast as you can. You feel your muscles straining and burning, your magic fueling you even faster, and yet it is not fast enough. You see them falling. You see the last one flying towards you. You see yourself reaching out before they too are shot down and fall to the ground. And for a moment, you feel nothing, as if this isn't real, as if this cannot be. They can't all be gone just like that. And then you hear, oh so very distantly, the laughs and cheers of those still on the ground. The anger and rage taking seat in your heart, and slowly as it burns and engulfs you, as you plummet to the ground with all your worth as if you're somehow now moving faster. They take aim and fire at what they think is one last corvid before it registers how much bigger and bigger the shape is getting. And they try to run, and there is not enough time. You somehow feel in control of yourself, and yet not at the same time. You collide with them, yet you feel nothing. You don't feel their weapons, the metal, the iron. You instead simply tear through them, like they were not more than paper or strewn leaves on the wind. And you do nothing but keep going. You're not sure when later or how long passes. But eventually, the grip is forced to release, and you are once again Ansel.
His hands are dug into the earth in a vice grip as tears are just like waterfalls down his cheeks. And he just breathes, or tries to.
I know the risks we took. War isn't a thing you enter into lightly. It is not some game. I turned my back on the fall court itself as they sent me away. I disgraced myself for my decision. And my family to stayed with me, and now to know that you.
Ansel finally looks up, still saying nothing but still crying, just looks up at the Raven Lord.
There are tears equally falling down his cheeks. And there is a very, very big bloodied patch in his clothing now, right over his heart.
Through the tears, Ansel stares at it. Looks between it and the Raven Lord's face before settling on the broken heart.
Do not touch me. Do not even think it. You. How dare you?
Ansel starts to crawl forward.
I said stop.
If the Raven Lord does not stop him physically, Ansel will keep crawling forward. And as he reaches for it, he will start an incantation.
Once Ansel is in range, he will reach out and grip hold of him tightly, talons sinking into flesh.
At this point, Zan is going to say, please don't hurt him.
He has done far less to others. No one should be asking for mercy on his behalf.
Blaze
Just
is
trying to make things right.
You think he should be allowed such a thing? Such a mercy?
What do you gain by denying it? Will that heal you?
No, but I see no reason why he too should be allowed to be healed. Others have suffered more than enough.
And so you will add more suffering.
It is fair.
Is that what it is? It would fair, wouldn't it feel good? Wouldn't it feel right?
It is, it is about what is owed.
Please.
Who are you to ask such things for on his behalf? What has he promised you?
Everything. Everything that matters.
And you trust him with it?
With all I have. Without hesitation, with all I have, I trust him with my life. It does not negate what he put you through, what he did to you. Know that when I did this knowing who he was and what he's done, and I would swear it all to him 1,000,000 times.
And and yet you would all the same.
I would.
And what have you done to gain such a thing? What gives you the right? Answered King. It's not.
My
He finally
name is Ansel. And I have made a promise to that man. I have made a promise to him that I intend to keep.
And what of the promises you made before? They were not few and far between, and yet you used them and twisted them as you saw fit.
I did.
And yet now, you dare to make such promises.
I do.
Why? What do you gain out of such things?
Everything. I have made a promise to that man that I am going to live. I am going to live, and I am going to love. And I will not allow the Antlered King to ruin that for anyone ever again. And Ansel is still trying to reach for the beating heart in front of him.
The Raven Lord forces his hands open and drops Ansel to the ground. Before turning he turns but doesn't quite turn his back to them. Get out.
No. If I get to live, if I get to heal, then you get to do the same.
That is not how this works, and you know it.
I don't care. Ansel is struggling to his feet.
Zan is by his side, helping him up.
You think I care about what you care, what you think you get to have.
I see it clear as day. Now, are you going to keep prattling like a child, or are you going to turn around and let me remove that damned curse?
There is a pop and a snap as one of his arms gains in lengths. But it is a shift, and it is not right. The bones extending first, past muscle and sinew and skin, as if bursting forth from a wet bag, blood spilling onto the floor before the said muscle and everything catches up. His back twists and curves as he rises into height, but not fully changing, not fully shifting. And he grits his teeth in pain as he can only shift so far. Yet he slams his claws into the ground as feathers sprout along the surface back up the arm. I said for you to leave. I said for you to get out.
You did.
You are trespassing. You know what this means.
Please. Raven
Give
Lord,
me
please.
Give me three. Give me 3 reasons why I should trust you.
Because I am not the Antlered King. But I am a stubborn man. To both you and present company are well witness to. And 3. I'll think of something. And Ansel is going to try and leap forward to get at the Raven Lord's chest.
Give me a dex roll.
I am going... Hold on. I am going to pull up my sorcery stuff. I am going to use Tides of Chaos to give me advantage on this roll.
Okay.
And it's just a straight dex?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Unless you've got something to boost it. As forementioned, the Tides of Chaos.
No, it just gives me... I just have advantage.
Okay.
That's the best I can do with Tides of Chaos.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So, here we go. First roll is a 6.
Oh.
That was cocked. Five.
Oh.
Gotta see if I have anything else.
Is this a spell?
No.
No, he's just
Oh,
trying to physically. He's just trying to physically get to the heart.
Mm-hmm.
fair, fair, fair,
And
fair,
I
fair.
have one more thing,
yeah.
but I can't apply it to me.
Okay. I don't know what that means.
It is. It means I can't do anything. I mean, this is all I can do
Oh, okay.
at the moment.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, you unfortunately lunge forward using your magic yet again, but he catches you in his other hand. Again, claws sinking in. Why do you persist? Enough of this.
I told
You
you,
spill your.
I am a stubborn man.
You are spilling your own blood over this.
I think you'd be quite glad for the opportunity. Shows what I know.
You, on the other hand, I did not think you would be willing to spill it so quickly and easily. I do not care of what you want, stubborn man. I do not care what you want, stubborn man.
I've just thought of the third reason.
You know what, pray tell, is that?
I do this because you are crying. And I refuse to stand idly by.
You feel his grip loosen and he just stares at you.
He puts his hands over the Raven Lord's. Please.
It almost sounds like bones are breaking as his fingers pull back, as they straighten out, freeing you from a very painful grasp. And he just looks at you. As if you are someone he does not recognize and doesn't know what to do.
Ansel will take that chance to carefully, gently step forward, gently brush aside stray feathers that have been bloodied, reaches out and cups his hands over the bleeding heart, and Zan and Ravenlord, you both feel it as the smell of ozone, that pressure in the air, as if lightning and thunder are about to strike. Feeling of being within the eye of a storm, a great, mighty storm. And Ansel begins to speak. Heart that bleeds, heart that weeps, dry thy tears as I care for thee. Ravenlord, you feel skin and bone pulling back to the center of your chest where Ansel's hands cover, blood coagulating and bubbling. It's painful, but in a way of resetting a broken bone, kind of painful. In a way that hurts but will not last, in a way that starts to fade. And Ansel speaks. Heart that suffers, heart that breaks. Breathe once more, for your curse I take away. And with a yank, I need everybody to make a dex saving throw,
Oh, yeah?
myself included, at disadvantage,
Oh, yeah.
because I am injured. And at the center of this. Nope, I don't make it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I also do not make it.
What'd you roll?
That's a 4, baby.
Oh, jeez.
Well, hey, guess what? Guess what?
10.
Guess what? Wait, you said you rolled a...
Uh,
What's that 4 plus?
no, I rolled a 2, so total of 4.
Oh. Oh, bend luck is probably not gonna help you then.
Nah.
Yeah, and I only got one
Yeah,
time.
no one makes it.
Yeah, no one makes it. Cool. Everybody is sent flying back as just this wave of... It's like a thread not being cut, but the tension of being pulled from both sides finally snaps. You're all sent flying back. And I'm gonna say... I'm not really gonna make you guys roll damage, but I am gonna give Ansel 2 points of exhaustion.
That's fair.
When Ansel lands, he is holding just this black pustule glob that is still bleeding in his hands. Probably as he has landed, one of his antlers has snapped in half.
Mm-hmm.
But Ravenlord, the first breath you take after hitting the ground, there's no pain. Your chest is whole, as if there was never a curse to begin with.
He breathes and then falters, and then coughs again and again as if trying to clear something. And then he just breathes again, breathes deeper and deeper. Hands claw at his own chest, but there's nothing. He smooths palms over feathers, and then digs between them, and it is naught but skin.
At most, there's maybe a bit of your own blood that is already drying. But there's no scar, no wound. Curse is gone.
He breathes, and I think he just starts laughing. And he twitches and twists as wings burst from his back. First one, and then two, and then others. His feathers spill over. And teeth merge together and split forward into a beak. And then he shudders and shivers, feathers fluffing out and then bristling. And he staggers and steps, and then seems to topple to the ground a little, still drawing heavy breath after heavy breath.
Zan, as soon as he recovers from getting blown back, has rushed to Ansel's side to check on him and make sure that he is not hurt from the effort.
He is. Ansel's not even focusing on getting himself up. You could very clearly see how drained and exhausted he is. There's also just the wounds from the Raven Lord's claws, but as he's holding as he feels he's starting to help him, he is holding the blob, this pustule gross blob away from you, and casts a simple firebolt within his own hand, and you just watches as the curse burns and withers within the flame, and he doesn't stop until it is not even ash, till nothing remains. And the only remnant of the curse is Ansel's own hands that have been charred black. But once it's gone, he just goes completely limp in your arms. Not bad for 300-something-year-old magic user, I would say.
You keep yourself fit, old man.
You look awful. Reaches up to...
Well, you did promise to... Yeah, you promised to take me to a spa day, so...
Name the time and
Dan
place, darling.
kisses him. Kiss, 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 kiss. Kiss.
Yeah, Ansel just reaches up, probably brushes a bit of dirt off his aunt's cheek, and just holds him, accepting, and tries to return kisses, but he is exhausted.
Zan will make up the difference. He will double the number of standard kisses.
Eventually, he has to put a hand over Zan's mouth. All right.
Mm.
I know. There will surely be more later. Just one moment. Raven Lord, are you alive? That's a yes.
You. You didn't even say what you wanted in return, and yet give all this to me all the same, and you think it not to be used against you.
I believe I recall saying it was freely given and freely done, so you owe me nothing for this.
He pulls himself up and manages to move on all fours, pausing briefly at the staff and the potion before somewhat hesitantly but still picking them up in both his hands and then walking over to where Ansel and Zan are. And he tilts his head, looking down at them. You seem alive too.
It would seem so.
And yet you are not.
No. No, I suppose not.
You have said already, I know this, but no, not now. This, however, and he brings his free hand up, a small bauble of light forming between his claws, and he extends it out to Ansel. This, however, you will take.
In return for what?
In return for nothing. What it brings you will be enough.
Ansel slowly nods, and will, with a shaky hand, reach out to accept.
As you take it, you feel names flood your mind. And now that memory you saw earlier, all those you saw fall from the sky, you were able to tell the name of each and every single one of them.
Tears are falling back down his face again. But he brings the bauble to his chest like a fragile but priceless thing. And he nods.
The least you can do is know their names.
I will not forget.
Good. Then you will know them when they return. Though I will not send, I have no intention of sending them your way. Should anything happen to you or yours, it will come by me and me alone. Though what that entails. For all you have done, yet, as I left much open to you, you came as yourself. You have brought only these with you, and the only one instead of retainers or guards. You brought something far more valuable than something to keep you safe.
It was not an argument I was going to win.
It is one the Antlered King would have tried to.
The Antlered King was an idiot.
You say this honestly. And I know you do. For all you built up, all that you took over, the armies, the towns, the cities. And he looks at the one broken antler to the one that remains, and he somewhat reaches over to it.
Ansel
And unless
will bow his head to allow it.
he reaches over, and rather than being rough or aggressive or painful, he holds the antler in his hand and then applies pressure with his thumb, snapping off the top half. It seems you have lost that crown of yours.
Little good it did me anyway.
I will ask you a question. Whether or not you answer it, I will leave to your discretion. Did you find that which you sought? You never said, but I knew. All the same, you wanted something very, very much.
I did. Though I did not know I was looking for it.
Did you ever figure out why it is I chose to join you?
Ansel
Or
shook his head.
it is of no matter. Though I assumed you at least understood that it was not for the children you brought, nor that which you gave me as your conquest went on. They are still here, by the way. They yet live.
What? Where?
Somewhere no one can reach them.
Are they happy?
Hard to say. They know not of what transpires. They sleep more than anything, unaware of the passage of time or that which happens. They would think it was still the same day that you handed them over, if not a little after the fact. I didn't put them away immediately after all. Well, that is not something for you to concern yourself over, is it?
I have long since lost the right to say anything in regard to them, but I would think after all this time, they should have a chance to be with the waking again, instead of fated to remain in slumber.
There was a time when they would have been freed, and yet I thought to free them when this world was a better place. When they did not have to be looking over their shoulder, wondering if you would return and take them again. And yet you are still here. And yet also the circumstances that would have freed them have also changed. So now they continue to slumber, as I try to think of a new way and when to free them.
I have no right to ask, but I would lend my aid in this matter, if you would allow it.
Much like before, do you think you deserve it?
No, but they do.
I will promise you absolutely nothing in that regard.
I understand.
But you will know of my final decision when it is made.
Ansel will give a respectful nod.
And what of you? He asks, looking to Zan.
What of me, indeed?
You have made yourself a part of this, have you not? More so than anyone I would have expected.
My only concern in all of this was to ensure he was not alone. That is all I concern myself with for the time being.
I see. And what of you both now, then? Will you continue to trespass? Will you leave?
I will. And Ansel will look to Zan. I will go wherever you take me.
You trust me, then? You have not asked anything in return, as you have said. You have given it all freely, yet you have asked for no safeguards in regards to yourself or the others that seem to be with you. Not here, of course, but you carry them with you all the same.
I have promised no harm to you or yours, but I will defend me and my own for the sake of my own.
You think that will stop me?
No,
After you have admitted to being the cause of my family's death?
No,
Have you...
but do not think for a moment that will stop me from protecting those I love. You knew me when I had nothing to fight for. Now know me as someone who has everything to fight for. For all things, I am still a very selfish man, and there are things I will not allow anyone to take.
And
Not
he
even
looks
you.
at you. And he looks at you, Ansel, unblinkingly, and says, "You stand where I once stood. And what good did that do me? I could not stop any of it."
Very few could.
And you think you can stop me?
I would try. If it came to that.
Do you want to roll insight?
19 on the dice. There's a 24 insight.
24 insight. You see there is some weight to his words. There is some cut to them. He does not say them lightly, nor is he lying, yet all the same. Behind all of that, despite the honesty, you see someone who is just tired and afraid that somehow what little he has regained in this time will be taken away if he doesn't defend it fast enough, furiously enough. But there is no bloodlust to his words. There is no want of violence. He's just so tired. And yet he seems to prop himself up as a monster because he believes it to be necessary in the face of what is before him.
In turn, can the Raven Lord please make an insight check?
Since he is further healed, he now gets to use some of his bonuses. That's a nat 1.
Oh,
Even with the bonus, that's still a nat 1.
One sec.
Okay.
Yeah, Benthook is not going to help in that one. And magical guidance only applies to me. God damn it, Ansel. He has so little spells that actually help other people.
Zan is going to lift his chin. He has tried very hard to keep out of the middle of this, as except for no notable exception.
Yeah. Very
But
understandably. 1, 2.
he says, "If I may, I have only the barest knowledge of your affairs. But it seems you have people who do greatly care about you.
They have no
You do
reason.
not have what you had before, but you do not have nothing. You have spent a very, very long time not being able to feel that. So it is understandable that you have been unable to recognize it. But I hope that I hope you will not shy away from the feeling of what lies ahead. Because my dearest hope is that your heart is put to good use.
He turns his head and looks at Zan and leans down but not too close and tilts his head to look at him. You want so very strongly and fiercely. The fire in you burns so warm and bright. And yet you swear yourself and give all to him. You I almost feel like I knew you before your first visit. But I think I see why that is. And for that, I apologize. Go. The two of you, just go. Leave this place.
Zan will check to see if Ansel is even energized enough to get on his feet.
He is. He's not. He looks at the Raven Lord, looks to you, and just nods. And you can see him trying to get up on his feet, but he is struggling. His legs are shaking.
It is time for a princess carry then.
Ansel will not object. But before they both leave, Ansel will still look to the Raven Lord and simply say, "For whatever happens next, I wish you well."
You see him just take a breath, filling his lungs, and his whole body seems to shudder, feathers ruffling out before slowly settling. And he just looks at you and gives the very slightest inkling, indication of a nod. But says nothing.
Ansel nods. And will look back to Zan and give a final nod. He's ready to go.
And we'll carry him out. Trying very hard to look dignified about it, but also he's awkwardly carrying his boyfriend.
Yeah.
The boyfriend is exhausted and probably attempts to look, doesn't even realize he's doing it, attempts to look dignified as well as they leave. But the moment the doors close behind them, he is just fully collapsed against Zan.
Yeah, at the very least, then you don't have to try and get the doorknob, as the door is again opened for you, permitting you back inside the building.
There is a brief second where Zan's just like, the fact that he is carrying Ansel is the only thing that keeps him on his feet, because he's weak in the knees for a second of just like, oh shit, oh fuck, okay, great, we're good. That is not the thing he's saying out loud. That is just the vibe overall.
Oh yeah.
Ansel has put his head on shoulder, arms around Zan's neck, and is just, darling, I think we might need to schedule the spa day a bit a ways out.
Oh, relaxation is too exhausting for you. Is that it?
No, I just don't think it would be very appropriate to go to a spa when I have no intention of moving from my current position anytime soon.
Oh, then I'll just have to pamper you myself.
No, I was supposed to pamper you.
Oh, well, this is what you get.
Ansel, you just feel a weak pat on your face. As Ansel just buries his face further against your neck. And I don't even know if he's gonna be awake when they get to the door.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Zen is just, he's, yeah, 100% is on just like, all right, I now have the most important job in the world of getting Ansel to a actual bed.
Flora's just quietly and patiently standing behind you. She's just there.
Oh. He looks at her and he goes, I apologize. I think things may have shifted for the household for the foreseeable future.
Yes, it does seem that way. I would offer you a place to rest for the night, but I unfortunately do not believe it is currently within my power to do so.
Oh, I think it would be best if we find somewhere else. But the thought is appreciated all the same. Um,
There's a place in town, at least, if you cannot make the trek home. Though I can make sure you can make it. I can be certain that you make it to the teleportation circle.
it is
Ansel
appreciated.
raises a hand,
Mm.
pats it on Zan's back, and Zan, you feel the spell of fly casted on you.
Well, that's helpful because he is pretty sure his legs were gonna go numb before then.
Ah. I will let you out the door then, as opposed to a window.
Much appreciated.
Again, she gives a nod before straightening up and leading the way to the front door, and at her touch, they do open and part. And she turns and bows very low to you both.
Then he cannot bow back for obvious reasons, but he does give a very appreciative nod. And magical flying gaze go out on their way.
Mm-hmm. I imagine if Ansel were not so exhausted, Jenka would likely kill him on sight.
She takes one look, and you know what? Not today. He's alive.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's the thing.
She looks them both up and just waves them off. Go. Be gay somewhere else.
And recover, goddammit, if you come into work tomorrow, I am throwing you out.
She yells that at she definitely yells that at Zan. as he flies to Ruindahl. It's like if I see him in that building tomorrow. She doesn't even finish the threat.
Yep. They know. They are aware.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. As if Zan would let him. This old man, despite promises, this is a promise he is breaking, for he is the one who is getting pampered now. Deal with it.
Oh no! What can he's got 2 points of exhaustion. What is he to do? But just he can't fight it.
That is your lot in life. This is you reaping what you have sown, Antlered King.
The true consequences of your action.
The consequences. Oh no.
He's consequencing.
Yep.
Get quenched, old man.
Yep. Though this does mean that Zan is getting incredibly cuddled.
Well, if that's what it takes.
And as we cut away from that and we turn back just for a moment to the Raven Lord, who is just, he is stretching and breathing and huffing and wheezing and just seems to be breathing and finding different ways to try and breathe simply due to the fact that he can. And he keeps puffing his chest out and letting it out in a rush, quickly or slowly. And then suddenly he just caws out, and almost seeming out of nowhere, as the sound carries throughout the town, startling many of the townsfolk, I might add, as they all kind of jump and look around. And yet the call is answered by similar caws and tweets and whistles. And something seems to ease in the town, as if a little bit of normalcy has been returned. And while people are still a little weirded out over whatever the fuck is happening lately, because god damn it, they don't know, it feels a little more normal now, as if things are going back to the way they should be. And I think that is where it will end. I think we'll call it there. Thank you everybody so much for listening. Thank you to our listening audience and current and future listening audience. Oh, that was The Guilty and the Grieving.
Until next time.
Until next time.
Until next time.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.